This is words from the founder of our meditation about how we can actually accomplish our goals. So I'll read, a goal is a target. Above all, one must act in a way that is in accordance with the goals. The fundamental reason people are unable to reach their goals is that they are without action and have a self. The easiest way to reach a goal is through action. So what is this self we're talking about here? This self is like who we believe ourselves to be. The self is all of our accumulated memories and experiences, and the idea that we're separate from the world around us. So how can we actually overcome the self? The self has all of the habits of our past. So how can we overcome the self? The first step is knowing that there's something greater than one's self. And what is the existence that's greater than oneself? Is the existence of the infinite universe. So the infinite universe that has been here since forever ago. It's the infinite emptiness that was here from the very beginning. Before the first star came out, this emptiness existed. The emptiness is here right now, and this emptiness will exist forever into the future. This is a non-material existence, so we cannot perceive it with the human eye, but it is alive. There is a living consciousness and energy there. And because it is eternal, it is indestructible and unchanging. And it is the source of life. So all the religions give this existence different names, calling it perhaps God, Buddha, Allah. And all of the religions and spiritual philosophies tell us that this is our true nature. So this existence is within us. This is how we're meant to live. We're meant to know that this is who we are. Everything and everyone comes from this place, but the reason we don't know it, the reason we don't feel connected to it day to day, moment to moment, is because where we're living is inside of our human mind. And the human mind started from day one when we came out into this physical body. So we immediately had a mind of individual self. We took a picture that this body is who I am. And so I started to live as this body. Now, where did this body come from? We got it, of course, from our parents and generations before. So this body is like our machinery, and we got this machinery from our parents. So we physically resemble them, and actually we resemble them as well in terms of our mind, in terms of our emotions, our habitual routines and behaviors. Our habits, in fact, come from our parents and generations before. So we had this at birth, and then the body functions exactly like a camera. We take pictures of all that we see with our eyes. We take pictures in a sense of all that we hear, recording all the things we've ever heard with the ears, even smells and tastes, and all the sensations of the body, internal and external, get stored and recorded in the mind, becoming this movie reel of our whole life story and who we believe ourselves to be. So that is what's called the karma. So the human mind is comprised of the karma, which is our life lived, the pictures, the habits, and the body. And that is why we're not living in the world, but in fact, inside of our own mind's world. Each person's mind is different because the pictures are different. So the thoughts are different, the habits and behaviors are different. So these pictures contain all of our habitual behaviors throughout our life, how we approached school, how we felt at home with friends, how we interacted with people. It's all stored as pictures, creating the idea of who we are. And those pictures are always overlapped on top of the world. We have even so many pictures of ourselves that we don't even know our true self. We only actually know the pictures that we've taken throughout the course of our life. So this mind world overlaps the real world. It overlaps what truly exists in the world. And that is why we're not living as the one universe, the one truth, the one existence that is eternal and everlasting. We're inside of our mind with this karma, habits, and body. But the good news is that we have a method to actually cleanse and discard this karma, habits, and body. And when you follow the method, you can find truth from within yourself. You can find this living existence, this living wisdom. When all the mind world disappears, what you find from within yourself is truth. And you can know that this place right here is the land of truth, which is called heaven, paradise, nirvana. You can live that heavenly true life here and now while we are alive. And this is the source of great freedom, such profound peace, and really the most inextinguishable energy and purpose and life, really. That's what it is. It's just filled with this living energy all the time. So that is what's possible, and that is what the destination is. So step by step, that's where we're headed. And I'd like to just talk a little bit more about understanding the nature of the human mind, or the nature of this thing called karma. So, as we discussed, the human body is like a camera, and the human mind is like the film where it all gets stored and imprinted and saved in a way. So we have our whole past stored in our mind, whether we're consciously thinking about it day to day or not. All of the events of our life are back there and carrying it around with us everywhere we go. So what we're experiencing right now in the present moment didn't come out of nowhere. It actually is just the natural outgrowth or the natural continuation of what we've experienced in the past, right? So everything from our past is kind of informing the present, and how we live, how we see things, how we behave is all happening in the present based on what we have from the past. Now, begs the question, where does the future come from? In fact, how we're thinking right now, how we're living, how we're behaving is in fact creating our future. So our future will, just as our present is a continuation of the past, the future will be a continuation of the present. So this present moment is what we have, and this present moment is where we must direct our attention and focus to make a change so that we can actually change the course of our future and our destination. So these are words from the founder of our meditation practice, and his passage is called The Past, Present, and Future Life. A person's past life is his present life, while his present life is his life in the future. One lives according to what one has in his mind, according to one's own standards. One lives now as one has lived in the past and will continue to live on with that same mind in the future. In other words, a person's mind of the past, present, and future are all the same. It is only when one eliminates the mind that one has that the past, present, and future all become the one truth. So I don't know about you, but I've heard so many times when I've walked into work and asked people, how are you doing? They'll say something like, oh yeah, same thing, different day, because, the time has passed, it's a new day, but the mind is the same. The state of mind is the same. But when we eliminate that mind, then the past, present, and future all become the one truth. We can know the one universe and live as that existence with that wisdom and with that true mind. So as you know, this method of meditation is self-reflection and letting go. So we're going to see what kind of pictures do we have inside? What are we holding? What are we carrying from the past? And this meditation gives us a way to release that. So letting those things go from our mind to where you can find your true mind underneath. And this is a mind that is clear and at ease. Looks so good, right? So when we cleanse the mind, when we let go of all the mind clutter, you can restart with a fresh new mind, a fresh new perspective. And when we regain our true mind, it is so easy actually to be productive, to be clear-headed, to have the wisdom and vitality that you need to take action. And you'll do so from a place of peace and harmony. You'll find this big accepting mind, this big mind that can accept all conditions and always move forward. And you'll have the patience knowing that everything in life takes time.